it took me a long time to get through it. So now it's fine. Like I'm smiling. I guess it's more than anything. I think I feel a sense of relief.
Mm-hmm.
It's been 4 years since I've been working on this album. And it's actually perfect timing because I was going to release it 2 years ago.
Selena Gomez reveals how Justin hurt her by cheating on her with Hailey in 2018. Is Selena Gomez finally ready to open up about her turbulent relationship with fellow singer and songwriter Justin Bieber? Could this be her final step towards letting go and moving on? Well, don't go anywhere because we've got the tea. Go ahead and click that subscribe button to stay up to date with all things entertainment. Is there anyone that can honestly deny being awestruck by Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez's teenage romance? These two were the height of teenage love expectations, and rightfully so. Jelena is easily one of the most popular celebrity relationships of the last decade. Fans were intrigued to watch the former lovebirds' relationship blossom from their teenage years well into adulthood. However, much of a dream this relationship appeared to be to the public. Details following their breakup reveal that it may have begun as a dream but quickly turned into a living nightmare. So why not take a walk down memory lane on this relationship that played out as publicly as possible and garnered an army of supporters? Selena and Justin first met in 2009 after Justin's manager reached out to Selena's mother, who was her manager at the time. The two seem to have hit it off right away because they immediately sparked dating rumors among fans. The two continued to deny dating rumors despite Justin serenading her in front of a large audience on New Year's Eve. Fans spent the next year trying to figure out whether the two were an item. They remained friendly in public, but still denied being a couple. A photo by paparazzi of Selena and an unknown individual sharing a kiss sent the internet into a frenzy with fans dissecting the picture. Most people concluded the unidentified person was Justin, as he was wearing a necklace identical to Justin's. After years of speculation, Jelena fans got their aha moment when Selena and Justin attended Vanity Fair's Oscar party as a couple. Needless to say, the internet was abuzz with development. Later that year, Selena admitted to Ellen that they were in fact a couple and had hidden it for quite a while. So why did these two hide their relationship from the public for such a long time? Could it have something to do with the fact that Justin was obviously underage? Although most people tried to ignore the fact, these claims were revisited when Jelenators tried to attack Justin for dating Sophia Richie, who was 17 at the time. A tweep saying this: LMAO, not Selenator saying Justin dated Sophia while she was underage. Selena dated Justin while he was underage too. Another said, when Justin and Selena were a couple and Justin was underage, you had no problem. Now that it's your fave, it's a different story. Well, trouble seemed to have found its way in when a fan accused Justin of impregnating her. The case was thrown out and the two appeared unfazed by the rumors. However, smoke and fires often go together, and the couple's relationship fell apart in late 2012. Cheating rumors were thrown around, and sources suggested Selena was the one who called the relationship quits. Well, buckle up, my friends, because the ride only gets bumpy from here. This breakup began an on-again, off-again relationship that lasted 6 years. Can you imagine spending 6 years of your life feuding and making up only to feud again? I think I'm gonna pass. During the time after the breakup, Justin threw himself into his music to disassociate himself from the rumors that he was struggling without Selena. So what do you do when you're a songwriter and want to leave subtle messages for your ex? You put that in your music, which is exactly what Justin did with his song Heartbreaker. The lines, "I still in love, I still believe in us," set everyone talking and hopeful the couple would work things out. Selena then released Love Will Remember, which she admitted was written with Justin in mind. Later in 2014, the pair seemed to be spotted together everywhere from breakfast in Texas and grabbing coffee at Starbucks. The two continued to shut down dating rumors until an official police report by Justin after the two crashed an ATV into a minivan revealed they were together. It seems every time Jelena went public, trouble followed, and the two eventually broke up again. Selena later released The Heart Wants What It Wants. Selena's performance of the song at the AMAs was visibly emotional, and she later admitted to Entertainment Weekly that she would not be performing the song anymore. "I don't want to," she said. "It's like when you smell a scent and it takes you back to a place that maybe wasn't the best place. That stuff is a little more difficult." In 2015, Selena seemed to have moved on with Zedd after they worked together on the song I Want You to Know. Later that year, Justin Bieber dropped the song Where Are You Now, which fans interpreted was aimed at Selena. This was confirmed months later when fans found Where Are You Now Selena in the music video. Realizing that Selena was no longer interested in him after she avoided him at the Met Gala that year, Justin shot his shot by admitting to TMZ that Selena looked gorgeous on his way out. The little gesture seemed to have caught Selena's attention because soon after they were spotted having dinner with friends. During this time, the two continued to echo that they will always have a love for each other. Justin specifically saying this: "She is someone I love dearly. I'm never going to stop loving her. I'm never going to stop checking in on her. I don't think if you end a relationship, you should end that unless it was super toxic and you guys were hurting each other physically or mentally. We always respected each other and we still respect each other." For a while, both Selena and Justin seemed to have moved on, Justin with Hailey Baldwin and Selena with Samuel Crost. The two began dissociating themselves from each other in interviews, with Selena saying this: "I'm so exhausted. I honestly am so done. I care about his health and well-being, but I can't do it anymore." At the same time, Justin made it clear he was trying to get rid of a tattoo he had gotten of his ex. It wasn't long before Justin and Hailey went their separate ways, and Justin resumed his usual antiques of posting a throwback picture with Selena to get her attention. As expected, the two were back on talking terms. You would think this would mean that peace would prevail, but soon after the two got into it on social media when Justin began seeing Sofia Richie. After the exchange, the two stopped all communication with Selena changing her number. Selena was definitely ready to move on, and her public relationship with The Weeknd was proof. So how did she go from ready to move on to considering couples therapy? You can say what you want about Justin, but you gotta admit the man got game. Well, after what happened to be a smooth reconciliation, the couple called quits yet again, and this time for good. Justin rekindled his relationship with model Hailey Baldwin and proposed to her soon after. Jelena fans were not having it, and most of them took to Twitter with their opinions. One user had this to say: "After probably 10 years of believing JB is going to end up with Selena G, he put a ring on Hailey Baldwin, and I don't know how to feel. I think I feel betrayed." Another said, "Justin and Hailey are promo. Scooter is trying to hide all the shit Justin did in his past. If you stan him, you would know that everything is weird. 100 pics per day, making out in public, getting engaged after 3 weeks, and a Hailey Baldwin." Selena took her time and eventually spoke about the relationship in her song Lose You to Love Me. Fans considered this a final farewell from Selena and her way of letting go. Well, Justin is a married man, and Selena is walking around town with that glow that comes from genuine happiness. So what could have triggered the conversation on the now seemingly resting topic? Well, Justin released his album Justice, and what caught fans' attention is the lyrics on the song Ghost, like, "I miss your touch some nights when I'm hollow. I know you crossed the bridge that I can't follow." And, "Since the love that you left is all that I get, I want you to know that if I can't be close to you, I'll settle for the ghost of you," the pop star sings on the chorus. "I miss you more than life, and if you can't be next to me, your memory is ecstasy." On hearing the song, many took to Twitter to voice their opinions, one saying this: "Justin Bieber wrote Ghost about Selena Gomez, you cannot prove me wrong." Another added, "I want you to know that if I can't be close to you, I'll settle for the ghost of you. I miss you more than life, and if you can't be next to me, your memory is ecstasy. You're telling me Justin didn't write Ghost about Selena? Please." Other users, however, maintain that Justin wrote the song for a loved one he lost and accused Selenators of being obsessed. Here is what one user had to say: "I bet Justin's song Ghost is not about Selena. It's probably about his family members who have passed away, or it's just for the grief of COVID victims. I hate it when people still try to tangle them. I know I'm not the only one who's glad Jelena is completely over." I don't know about some of you, but those lyrics do not sound like they were written for family members. Justin clarified over a Zoom interview that the song was written with people who had lost loved ones in mind, saying this: "It is about losing somebody you love, and I know a lot of people have. I know this has been a really challenging year where we've lost loved ones and relationships too. We're not relating and connecting in the same way. It has allowed us only to really have those memories." Remember to like, comment, and subscribe down below. Have you ever had an on and off again relationship that lasted for years? Do you think there's any hope for a Jelena? What part would it be? 8.0? Nobody's counting. And was Ghost really about Selena? She is a loved one that Justin lost after all.